Everybody subscribe right now or else they're gonna take my life! You ever notice how your jungler is a complete fuck up? Well, here's how you can jungle better than him. So what is jungling? What does it mean to jungle? Well, Urban Dictionary here describes jungling as the act of absolutely fucking up something to the point where fixing it is just ridiculous. This description describes the role and my life perfectly. Now, this is an instructional guide on how to jungle if you've never jungled, or if you want to try a different role, or maybe you're just starting off with League and you're trying to find a role that best suits you. So first off, we're gonna have to start with picking a character. Tanks, bruisers, and assassins are all applicable in the jungle. And mages. And ADCs. And supports. Oh, Jesus, fuck, what are you even doing here? Basically, any champion has the potential to be a jungler, but some do it better than most. You can always experiment and figure out what works best for you later on. The objective of a jungler is to roam around the map and assist the team. You are the glue that holds everything together. Jungling is the most important role in the game and can be the tide that changes the course of a match. So if you're an ego player who wants to be the star of the show, this is probably not the role for you. You can be a 12-6 Master Yi, but you're gonna get fucked by the Zac on the enemy team, who is 2-4, but he has 24 assists, so his gigantic team is just gonna be stomping you. You are the side character in the game. You help people get strong while you yourself are still capable of doing something. Whether that be providing CC, shielding the team, or just being a really good engage for team fights. Even if you are 0-5, you can still provide to your team in the form of objectives. Giving your team blue and red buff is a sacrifice in the form of levels for you, but you're giving your mid laner more time in the lane, and you're giving your ADC a better chance to win skirmishes on bot lane. And of course, there's always Dragon and Herald. Getting dragons is the most important part about being a jungler. When taking Dragon, there are two options. Either you gain priority by pushing in the bot lane and having your team help you out, or you can be real sneaky beaky like and take it before anyone even notices you're there. You can also steal them, but that's really difficult to do, and if you're just starting out with jungling, I wouldn't recommend you try it. And then there's Herald. Herald is another story. It's useful at a certain point, but after some time, all it's good for is pushing in lanes. You ideally want to get Herald before 14 minutes in, so you can crash it into turret platings and potentially get first turret gold. And I use the term loosely. Did you get it? Because it kind of looks like Herald. Never mind. With all 5 turret platings and first turret gold, you can get 975 gold and 100 gold extra for your whole team, which is massive when it comes to team-wide support. And besides the team objectives, you also have to kill jungle camps in order to stay in the game. You have 4 small camps alongside the 2 buffs. Your clear route depends on the champion you picked. If you're playing someone with a lot of AoE like Kayn or Briar, it's best to start with the Raptors, clear red, do Krugs, go to Wolves, Gromp, and end with blue buff for a full clear. But if you're playing someone like Warwick, it's best if you start off with red buff, do Raptors, and go straight to the blue side. There is way too many Krugs for a champion that lacks AoE, so it's best to skip them entirely just to save some time. Keep in mind, the small camps all have the exact same respawn time, so it's best to clear them in a short time frame from one another to maximize clear speed. Same applies to the buffs, they just have a slightly longer respawn time. And this clearing camp stuff might seem a little bit intimidating, but do not fret, because you have jungle pets. These boys help you clear faster, they heal you, they gain additional effects as you clear, and they look cute as hell. Like, come on, look at this goofy son of a bitch. Marsh Stomper gives you a regenerating shield, Gust Walker gives you movement speed when you kill camps or walk through bushes, and Scorchbot does true damage over time, and it has a little slow. Each of these is tailored to a specific jungling style. All 3 of them are extremely useful, and it's basically impossible to play without them because you don't get any XP if you don't have one, and your smite is stuck at 600 damage. The one thing I hope you take away from this video, if you're just starting out with jungling or you just want to take a peek into the jungle role while not actually playing it yourself, it's that the jungler's job is to take objectives and provide map control, whether through vision or through ganking. It is not their job to win you your lane. If you, as a top laner, fed the 3-0 Illaoi and the enemy jungler hasn't ganked you, it is not jungle diff. Even if your jungler were to gank you, at this point the Illaoi is just way too fed and is probably just going to end up getting a double kill. If you're thinking about starting to play the jungle, my suggestion would be to start with easy to pick up champions so you can get the hang of jungling first before you start branching out. There was a joke there, and I didn't even notice it till I ended up reading the script. The best junglers to do so with are probably Vi, Zac, and Echo, since they're all really good beginner junglers that will help you understand the role a lot faster without having to focus on what the champion does. After you got the hang of jungling, you can start to try other champions, since they all jungle exactly the same, with a couple of exceptions. Find your own style of jungling, and don't be discouraged when someone types jungle diff. You're only human and bad games happen. Don't let anyone tell you that a role isn't for you. I mean, unless you like miss smite to Janna or something like that, that would just be fucking embarrassing.